Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people try sailing once, feel a mix of nausea, yelling, cold spray, and mystery ropes, and decide it's not for them. Not because sailing isn't amazing, but because their first experience was set up to fail. Today, I'm going to show you why most people don't like sailing and how to fix it in one weekend. No gatekeeping, no romance filters, just a practical reset that turns never again into when's our next sail. If this helps you sail more and stress less, hit subscribe right now so you don't miss the next deep dive. Why people bounce off sailing. People don't quit because they hate boats. They quit because of three things: discomfort, confusion, and chaos. Discomfort. Heeling too much, wet and cold, motion sickness, uncomfortable seats, a head that smells like a science experiment. Confusion. Too many lines, no clear roles, no idea what the skipper wants, and rules that feel like a pop quiz. Chaos. Shouting while docking, flapping sails, a boat that won't slow down near other boats, anchors that don't hold, and the creeping fear that something expensive is about to break. If that sounds familiar, good. We're going to remove all three in 2 days. I call it the Sailing Reset Weekend. It's not about learning every knot or becoming a racer. It's about making the boat calm, predictable, and comfortable so your brain can actually enjoy the ocean. Your Sailing Reset Weekend plan. Pick the right weather. 10 to 15 knots of wind, flat water, and sunshine. If the forecast promises whitecaps, choose another weekend. You're not toughing anything out. This is about joy, not proving a point. Pick the right boat. Any simple, well-maintained keel boat from 22 to 38 feet is perfect. 2 must-haves: a working autopilot and reefing you can do from the cockpit. If the gear is sketchy, your weekend becomes repair school. Don't do that. Bring the comfort kit. 2 dry coats or hoodies, hats, polarized sunglasses, SPF, lip balm, 2 large water bottles per person, ginger chews or scopolamine or bonine if you need it, non-spill mugs, sunscreen, snacks with salt and protein, microfiber towels, a soft cushion or inflatable pad, wet wipes, hand soap, a head deodorizer puck, and a Bluetooth speaker for quiet background music at anchor. Add a portable fan if it's warm. Make simple rolls. Skipper drives and calls. One person is lines and fenders. One person is sails. Everyone else is spotters. No heroics, no guessing. Create the language. Say what you want in 6 words or less. Ready to tack in 10. Ease jib 2 feet. Midship spring on the cleat. Agree on that before you leave the dock. Yelling is banned. Volume doesn't equal control. Saturday morning. Make the boat calm. Before you leave the slip, reef the mainsail. Yes, at the dock. Then hoist it in the fairway or just outside. A reefed main means the boat heels less, the helm is lighter, and nothing happens too fast. This alone fixes 60% of new sailor misery. Sickness prevention is not a macho test. Eat a normal breakfast, skip alcohol, hydrate. Pre-medicate if you're a motion-sick human. When on board, stay in fresh air, look at the horizon, and when in doubt, drive the boat. The driver gets sick the least because their eyes and inner ears agree on what's happening. As soon as you clear the harbor, go straight to reach mode. Don't force upwind, don't try to run dead downwind. A beam reach, wind square off the side, makes every boat happiest. Put the bow 90 degrees off the wind, ease the jib until it just stops luffing, trim the main until the telltales stream, and click the autopilot on. Breathe. The boat will feel like it's on rails. That "oh wow, this is nice" moment is the foundation you build on. The panic button. Heave to. Most people hate sailing because they never learned the brakes. Do this early. On a reach, tack the boat without touching the jib sheet. The jib backs itself against the wind. Lock the wheel slightly to leeward, sheets firm but not winch tight. The boat will stop, drift slowly, and sit politely with a calm slick
to windward. That's heaving to. Snack, fix a hat, reef, wait out a squall, whatever. Knowing you can always stop removes 80% of anxiety. The 6 moves you'll practice all weekend. Steer a straight course to a point on shore. Quiet hands. 1-inch corrections. If the boat snakes, soften your grip and stare at the distant object, not the compass. Tack. Ready to tack? Tacking. Push the bow through the wind, then release the old jib sheet as the nose passes head to wind and trim the new one in smoothly. No grinding contest, no flapping drama. Controlled gybe, only when you choose. Bear away slowly, set a preventer on the boom if you have one, move the traveler to leeward and sheet in the main before the gybe so the boom crosses quietly. Count it down, 3, 2, 1, then steer the stern through the wind. Ease the main back out and resettle. Heave to, your pause button, already covered. Quick stop man overboard drill. On a reach, pretend a hat falls overboard. Shout man overboard, throw a float, press the MOB button if your plotter has it, immediately tack without touching the jib sheet. That backs the jib, slows you, and swings you in a tight circle back towards the target. Practice this slowly until it feels boring. Anchor set and reverse. Pick a sandy patch, slow to walking speed, lower the anchor under control, don't just dump it, and lay out 5 times the depth in scope. When the chain is straight, ease back to 1500 RPM in reverse for 10-15 seconds. Watch 2 fixed points on shore. If the boat doesn't move, you're set. Put on a snubber. Done. Saturday midday, comfort lab. Make lunch underway while hove to. Notice how the boat sits still. Drink water. Put on sunscreen. Swap drivers. Then do the trim and heel lab. Most people hate the heel angle, not the speed. Teach your crew the heel dial. If you feel the boat leaning too much, do 1 or more of these in order. Traveler down a foot. Ease main sheet a little to add twist. Flatten the sail with halyard and outhaul. Move crew weight to windward. Reef early. The rule of thumb for many cruisers, first reef near 15 knots true, second reef near 20. If you're having less fun, reef sooner. There is no prize for carrying full sail. Show the jib version of the same idea. Ease sheet a bit to twist the leech open, then move the lead car aft 1 hole if the top of the jib is stalling. If the telltales hide, you've gone too far. Saturday late afternoon, docking without drama. Marina chaos is why a lot of families quit. You're going to make docking boring. Use the midship spring line. Rig a 20 to 30 foot line from your midship cleat, outside everything, back to the cockpit. Approach the dock slowly at a shallow angle, stop the boat with a blip of reverse, and have your line handler loop that spring around a dock cleat near the boat's midpoint. Shift to idle forward with the wheel turned gently away from the dock. The boat will pin itself to the fenders like it's on a moving belt. Now step off calmly, place the bow and stern lines, shift to neutral, and smile. No leaps, no heroics. Important. The first line on, last line off is the spring. Practice this 3 times on an empty dock. It will change your life. Saturday evening. Anchorage therapy. Pick a quiet cove and anchor early. Go for a swim. Put on quiet music. Cook something simple. Wipe down the head, deploy the deodorizer puck, and run the fan for 10 minutes. Those 2 minutes of cleaning erase the boat smell people complain about. Set an anchor alarm on your phone or plotter. Get to bed early. The goal is to wake up thinking, I could live like this. Sunday, a tiny mission. Start with coffee and a weather check. Do a 5-minute crew brief. Route, rolls, 1 new skill. Cast off calmly. Our mission is simple. Sail 10 to 15 miles to a sandwich shop or a beach, anchor for lunch, sail back. Along the way, you'll rotate through seats so everyone steers, trims, and navigates at least once. Add 2 small lessons. Autopilot etiquette. Use it as a helper, not a crutch. Steer 30 seconds by hand every few minutes so you learn the feel. If the boat hunts, the sails aren't balanced, fix trim before you blame the pilot.
Right of way made simple. Port gives way to starboard. Leeward has rights over windward when sailing. Anybody overtaking gives way. If you're under power, assume you give way to everybody, and when in doubt, slow down early and make your move obvious. At lunch, anchor again and repeat the set in reverse. If there's room, practice a stern set by backing down in a straight line. If the anchor skips, let out more scope and try again. It's not you, it's physics. On the way home, do a deliberate heave-to one more time and ask everyone how their stomach feels. People who used to get sick will start to realize they feel fine when the boat is calm and they have a job. That's the rewire. The one weekend gear upgrades. Under $300, you can transform comfort. Cushions or inflatable pads for backsides. 2 clip-on fans for the cabin. A boom preventer kit. 20 feet of line, a couple soft shackles or carabiners, and a snatch block. It prevents crash jibes and makes downwind quiet. Cheap headlamp and a red light lantern for Mite. A small dry bag for each person. A spray bottle with vinegar water to wipe salt. It's not glamorous, but comfort equals longevity. Fixing the top complaints in plain English. Heeling freaks me out. Then don't heel. Reef early, sail on a reach, move the traveler down, get the boat flat and fast feels fast without angle. I get seasick. Drive the boat. Keep your eyes on the horizon, eat before you're hungry, hydrate, and don't go below unless you have to. Use meds if you need them, no shame at all. Heave to when you need a reset. If you feel bad, say it early. Waiting makes it worse. It's confusing. It's confusing when the skipper treats sailing like a surprise quiz. Make the plan, explain the moves, assign the jobs, rehearse lines on the dock with the engine off. Clarity turns confusion into competence. Docking is terrifying. Midship spring, idle power, fenders at the right height. Abort early if it's messy and try again. Slow is pro. Anchoring is stressful. Scope 5-to-1, set in reverse, snubber on, anchor alarm, don't anchor in the middle of the crowd. Give yourself room to learn. Too many rules. Use the 3 you learned. Port gives way to starboard. Overtaking gives way. Leeward over windward. If it's ever unclear, act early, be slow, and wave. The head is gross. Clean it before you leave. Put a deodorizer puck in the bowl and tell everyone the 2-rule system. Nothing goes in it that didn't come out of you or didn't come on the boat in a labeled bottle. The yelling. You get what you model. Breathe, speak calmly, plan ahead. Make stand by your favorite phrase. If you can't say an instruction in one breath, it's too complicated for that moment. Too expensive. You don't need to own a boat to love sailing. Join a community sailing club. Crew on race night. Split a weekend charter with friends. Take a 2-day ASA or RAY course. Spend hundreds, not hundreds of thousands, until you're sure. The 5 habits that change everything. Reef early. You will never wish you had more sail up when the vibe is off. Steer small. Big wheel movements create big problems. Talk slow. Short commands, calm tone. Do the brief before the maneuver, not during. Sit low, hold on, move deliberately. Fancy footwork belongs in videos. Stability belongs on your boat. Snack often. Drink water. Low blood sugar and dehydration feel a lot like seasickness and crankiness. A 48-hour sample schedule. Saturday, 0900. Weather check, rolls, dock practice on lines. 1000. Motoring lesson, raise reefed main, beam reach, click autopilot. 10:30. Heave to, safety brief, seasickness plan.
1100. Tack and gybe drills at 60% speed. No grinding contests. 1200. Heave-to lunch. Trim and heel lab after. 1300. Short MOB quick stop drill with a hat. 1400. Leisure sail to a quiet cove. Practice anchoring. 1600. Swim, reset the head, quiet afternoon. 1700. Docking microclass with midship spring, 3 reps. 1800. Back to the cove, anchor for the night, dinner and star time. Sunday, 08:30. Coffee, plan a tiny passage to lunch. 09:30. Sail out, rotate everyone through helm, trim, and nav. 1200. Anchor, lunch, short nap, reset with reverse. 1400. Sail home with 1 controlled gybe and 1 heave-to. 1600. Return to dock, springline routine, debrief. If you do exactly that, most of the reasons people don't like sailing just disappear. Because what they hated wasn't sailing. They hated discomfort, confusion, and chaos. When the boat is flat, the plan is clear, and everyone knows the pause button, sailing feels like the best porch in the world, except your porch moves to new beaches. What to do next? If you're brand new, book a 2-day course at a respected school. Tell the instructor you want the weekend exactly like this: reefed main, beam reach first, heave too early, springline docking, and anchoring with a proper set and reverse. If the instructor wants to blast around upwind and send it in 25 knots, find another instructor. This is your reset, not their Instagram. If you have friends with a boat, offer to crew and bring the comfort kit. Offer to be the lines and fenders lead. Practice the springline in the marina on an empty morning. Owners love crew who make docking easy. If you own a boat, spend a couple $100 on cushions, fans, a preventer, and fresh running rigging where it counts. Fix the little things that steal joy: the sticky head latch, the leaky companionway, the dead cabin light. Comfort is cumulative.
Final thought. Most people don't like sailing because their first sail was the wrong day, the wrong plan, and the wrong expectations. Change those 3, and the sea stops feeling like a test and starts feeling like home. Try the Sailing Reset Weekend. Make it calm, make it clear, make it comfortable, and watch your crew go from no thanks to, can we go again next weekend? If this was useful, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next practical guide. I'll trade you hype for honest checklists every time. Now go pick your weekend, reef at the dock, and take back the fun.